is a remarkable young man. Very thoughtful, very humble, very much a person who wants to serve and make an impact.
I'm really focused on the problems that the world faces today, from energy to, the global warming to, all the problems that we always hear about these days. I'm very concerned about it as an engineer.
He has been really a star of my research lab. He has pioneered our wireless research center in the area of millimeter wave radio frequency circuits. He's the first graduate student in our program to learn about and then implement on-chip antennas.
I think we're going to see a new era where you will no longer see cables less than maybe 10 feet or so.
Felix and the other students spent a summer configuring in the back parking lot of the University of Texas Electrical Engineering Building these trucks that were like the space station and doing measurements and modeling of how radio waves would travel, and actually provided to NASA a very good estimate of what the Wi-Fi network would be like on the space station. Of course, a couple years later, the astronauts are using the Wi-Fi network.
What I would really want to do is have some sort of contribution to society.
Marco's work is unique because he's able to join theoretical aspects to implementation and specific application aspects of the theory he develops.
Since in my research group in Bologna, we were working in several applications to standard. It means that basically we were working in the extension of standard for fixed terminal, extension to mobile terminals.
Marco's research activity is focused on the design of LDPC coding, low-density parity-check code, both at physical layer and at upper layer for broadcasting system. He worked a lot with the German Aerospace Center in 2008 on this subject for a broadcasting system like DVB-H.
So basically I like this kind of codes because they are really, really easily to implement. They are really, really efficient. They can be implemented in software.
And he was very proud and honored of this award.
Eric is studying one of the most exciting areas in photonics at the moment, which is metamaterials. These are materials that don't exist in nature. They are constructed, and the idea is if they're small enough, so much smaller than the wavelength of light, the light won't know that it's not a natural material.
One of the more interesting applications is I demonstrated recently that a very strong optical activity can lead to negative refraction of light. This is potentially important for the future of data storage and lithography, as it allows, in principle, to focus light to an arbitrarily small spot.
So Eric is trying to manufacture new materials that the light thinks are natural.
I have always been interested in just fundamentally learning how things work.
Here's somebody that can do anything, and I think photonics is very lucky to have captured him, at least for a short period of time.
Sébastien Soudan is an extraordinary student because he's working on the theoretical aspects as well as the practical aspects.
So networking has been a field of interest for me because of the diversity of the problems that have to be addressed and the diversity of the variety of solutions that can be used to solve the problem.
Sébastien is working on the future Internet issue, and the idea is to work on the potential synergy between packet switching paradigms and circuit switching paradigms. So that means that you need to have a deep knowledge on both paradigms that constitute the core of the current networks.
I have always been interested by technical aspects of things and how they work, and from both a practical and theoretical point of view.
He is so far and above our graduate students at UCSD. First of all, he is the most disciplined, energetic individual that I've met in my 45 years of teaching.
Particularly, we focused on emphasis for solid-state storage systems, which is the high focus with the flash memories.
Right at the moment on coding, that's how to correct errors in flash memory, which is the up-and-coming type of memory that's used in all communication systems and computers.
Since my high school, or even before that, I would more be interested in math. And I always have high interest in solving the math riddles and trying to look on something which is above the stuff that we studied in school. And I always had interest to do a little bit more than what was required.
I mean, he's the one graduate student who I think could